Yeah. Oh, that came.
Hi, everybody. This is Crypto Happy Hour. This is the chill version.
I know.
I'm Bill.
Take a deep breath. We're going to meditate. And you don't have any alcohol.
Little post-market update, Gatorade. Welcome, everybody who just came over from my stream.
You're hydrating.
This is Miss Toby's show. I just drive. I just drive.
I know. It's good to have a driver.
I am the crypto chauffeur. A new meme is more memes coming to the YouTube member area very soon. Just as a reminder, we welcome everybody over here. All right.
Yes.
But we do have a deluxe version of this show with like altcoin picks literally everywhere. So feel free to scan this. It's back over on my channel, but the Unhinged team has got the live stream up, the prototype.
And it's so much fun because we're talking about portfolios and our different methodologies. So if you want to know like how we figure out what we like, that's the best show to go on for that.
Right. So and that's
but tonight, what are we doing, Bill?
Well,
where are we driving? You're the driver.
I'm the driver.
You have a map?
Well, I was going to start with Banter Bubbles, right? Because
it's my favorite.
You are the master. You are the master sector analyst here. Let's welcome who's here. We have Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Bob is in. God, Bob is going down in history.
Why is Bob going down?
Well, because Bob was the original. Bob was like the guy who would comment on every Unhinged video that would come out. And, we love all of our members.
I mean, I love all of our members.
T451, Miklo, RC Rex is here. Joseph, I believe, coming in from Brazil, maybe.
Wow.
Crypto Steph, pancakes and peanut butter. Oh my God, give me some meme coins. Yes. Jennifer is here on the Australian time zone, and Joe D is here from Patreon.
And you know what? I'm super happy that when the ladies come on the show, because I know how hard it is. I mean, to be a woman in crypto, you're not always taken seriously. So thank you for being here. Spread the word.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the guys who are paying their bills.
Not that I don't love all you guys. I mean, I love all of you guys. But we need to be, opening up to everybody. And I think a lot of women are intimidated by it. So I'm proud of these women for getting into a space that I know is not always super female friendly.
All right. Well, we're going to teach the crypto bros both how to talk to a woman in a civilized fashion while doing crypto. It's a double shot. That's not what we're doing here. No. Oh, okay.
So
I'm just saying it could be. It could be.
That's a whole nother show. I feel. I used to be a dating coach.
Right.
Yeah. Many years ago. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean,
I didn't work with men. I worked with women. But my partner in the business worked with men, and that's really interesting. But I don't think what this show is about. I think if we can help people feel secure about their future, their financial future, really, that's what we're here to do.
Okay.
But if somebody wants to ask me dating advice, I mean, I guess.
All right. Well, I mean, you got to have the dough to be able to get the Italian food in the movie. But so we'll start with that.
Excuse me.
We definitely appreciate everybody who's in Patreon. We'll help you guys out. You can bring anything you want tonight.
But I think let's talk about meme coins. But before we
Aiken is here. Welcome, dude. Hey, Turbo the Turtle up 7%. Don't think I forgot it. Crypto Steph says I need dating advice as well.
I'm with you, girl.
The show.
I'm with you, girl.
I think Crypto Steph is a guy. I don't actually know. We shouldn't say.
We shouldn't. I'm thinking Steph I know. Stephanie.
Right. Well, we don't know. We're not asking.
We're not asking. Good cover.
Good cover.
Sorry, I just thought Steph or Stephanie.
Right. Bob Marsh says, I'm the king of.
What,
Bob's got a little social disorder going on.
what does he say?
Well, I don't know.
I'm
He
the
says,
king?
yeah,
He means
says,
you or him?
no, Bob's the king.
Bob's
got
the
a little,
king.
Crypto Steph is a woman.
Oh, yay.
Oh, Stephanie.
I mean, not,
okay.
it's nice to have
Right.
ladies.
So the clairvoyant clearly knows who is who. Silly me. Okay. Yeah, we are going to get the meme coins, folks. Bob, we're going to take care of you, bro. I get it. There's wrecked and then there's wrecked. I've been there. We're going to get you out. We're going to get everybody out. Okay. I'm still in market update. Shouting mode.
I know. You're usually so chill with me.
I don't know. Because I have.
Well, I'm always chill because
Right. We got
Bill gets
Gatorade
me-
and we got
I know,
Gatorade.
but Bill gets me the best
Texas
tequila.
Spirits.
It's the only way he can get me on the show. Really,
That's right.
I'm practically paid in tequila, pretty much.
Someone help us. All right. Where
Okay, so what I would like to do, and you can have your idea too. I'm not. trying to
what
crowd
would you
up.
like to do?
But I thought it might be really interesting
Okay.
because a lot of times we look at sectors. We're going to go to meme. Don't tease them yet.
Okay.
But let's do a market overview, right?
Okay.
And how to do that is by cap for me, right?
Okay. So I'm at 1 to 100 now.
Yeah, and we're gonna go. Are we for the week? I just want to do the week.
This is the week.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So this is Banter Bubbles.
My favorite thing.
Right. So everyone has their version of TA. This is Toby's version of TA. In other words, this is how she understands the market.
Yeah, and so I don't often look by cap, but I do. So what we're doing is we're seeing what's up and what's down. So you see the swath of red for the week, which can look really bad, except for you can apparently win $10 million, which is really, really good. It's the ad there next to FTT. I like to, there, that distracts me.
Okay.
But this is a way to look if there's anything, any sectors coming up. And of course, we have POPCAT, which I've really liked for a long time.
Right.
A lot of things are down. But so what I would do is go, oh, FTT is up 40% for the week. That's way above everybody else. So let's look at that.
All right. Well, that's something unusual left over from the FTX scandal. So it's a token associated with.
Oh God, look at that!
A token associated with something that no longer exists.
Oh.
It's like,
so this is FTX. I know. Yeah.
Right.
And so that's come up. Okay. I did it.
Right. So this is
So
like
that's imaginary.
it's right. It's like a meme token for FTX. I can't even explain it. I've heard things like scams pump the hardest.
Absolutely, which is why I don't like to claim. So that's a meme coin.
Right. More or less.
What about
Fex?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Richard Hart. That's from the Hex world.
For the day?
Right. It's the death on Hex. Might be better off looking.
Okay. So I just want to see what's up. And this is actually really common for me, is that the things that are really pumping are typically meme coins, always in every sector. But I'm just doing a general overview. So let's go 100 to 200. And just see if I'm looking for a pattern to come up. And there's Giga. Oh my God, Giga changes.
Right.
89% this week. That's amazing.
Right. SPX is another super cool meme coin. Right. That just absolutely mooned. They were from earlier this year. Mog and Perky.
Well, that might be why my spidey senses said, look, we're going to talk about meme coins tonight, because it's a narrative. So this is a way to look at the narrative. And typically, when Bitcoin's boring, I would say memes get exciting. So just click through 200 to 300. Again, we're seeing Trump. We're seeing
Right.
lots of memes.
Orange Man, Frog,
Mhm.
right? Even Harry Potter, Sonic Inu, ticker symbol
Oh God, we
Bitcoin.
haven't seen that one.
Right.
That one kind of died.
Right.
It's
Well,
coming back.
that's all back now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just seeing if there's another.
Pups.
Pups.
Yeah. Well,
God, those have been.
Pups
We've been
was
talking
in-
about pups.
Right.
For,
Pups was in the original meme coin report.
Yeah, and it's
So was DGen.
Yeah, and it's still doing amazing. So it looks like we're in meme coin season. We can go down one more left. But this is the way to look at trends, right? And oh God. So yeah, we're apparently we're in meme coin season.
Research.
So that's kind of how I look to see if there's a trend that's going on right now, and we've seen it. we know
Right.
the trend.
And the question
it's all
is,
meme coins.
is
so-
anything going to, is all this other stuff going to catch up? That's like,
well, of course it will. So keep it right there.
uh-huh.
And now pop to today. And let's see. So that was a week because that's the energy. Okay. So there's a couple things that are not meme coins today. So those would be new things coming up. Are there any of them that excite you and make you want to look at them? I mean, S Fund is something that I was looking at earlier this year, but you got a True app. That's a variation on Aptos, right? Oh, it's staked. Yeah.
Right. Staked Aptos. Right. But I'm not going to tell you whether or not we liked Aptos. Wink,
Okay.
wink.
And ACT. So we're just looking. So that's a DeFi. Okay. So again, and DeFi is a really strong wave. We've been talking about that for over a month, right?
Right. We have DeFi. I don't know. DeFi, there
It's
are a
still
couple
very-
of picks. Yeah, there are a couple of picks. It's not over in DeFi by any stretch.
It isn't.
Right.
But again, so what's really interesting, and I guess why I was called to maybe say, let's talk about meme coins tonight, is because when things get boring, meme coins tend to go up. So if anybody listening right now
Right.
has any meme coins, we can do a little showdown of them.
Okay.
And I know you're really into meme coins, so is there anything we'll just pull up memes coins in general. Let's not do the month, although that's a good indicator, but either the week or even just today. Gosh, I know you have been liking that Moodang for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Moodang was, I mean, there was a girl in Austin that flew to Thailand to see Moodang, just to see Moodang at the zoo. More power to her.
It's a tax deduction.
Crypto Steph is asking, does VIP include the Patreon? No, it doesn't. They are separate products with separate things.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, and I think Crypto Steph is in
Patreon, I think so.
Yeah. And Patreon is kind of like a pick and choose sort of a thing. And then, of course, it has your amazing 6th Street crypto, which everybody really, really
And
loves.
altcoin overtime.
Yeah.
Written reports along with the videos.
Yeah.
And then, then Patreon has the store where you could shop a la carte.
Yeah. So it's more a la carte. Pick what you want to learn about. Whereas
YouTube Premium is like the reports, AMAs, live stream.
Yeah, but there are some differences in the reports too, because it's more live stream, more AMA, and it's portfolio focused.
Right, live portfolios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's they're kind of different animals. You can pick one or the other and still, get a lot of information. I just think,
I think with YouTube Premium, the big difference is we can look at sectors, we can look at portfolios, and then we can update in real time. Like
that,
so,
and I
Toby
think
can
that's,
review, I can do Luxembourg, etc. Right?
yeah, and that's the thing. We're working towards the lifetime updates on our sites, which is not available in
Patreon or free. This is the real deal we're doing. Like this is going to be, we're going to be your pilots for the ride.
No, you're the chauffeur.
I'm the chauffeur. Let me see.
And I'm sitting in the back of the limo drinking tequila.
Shopping with the green button.
And shopping.
Right. Shop with the green button.
I do have an issue. Thanks for bringing it up.
All right. No problem.
Oh, so look, Brainlet is up. We haven't seen that in a bit.
What's up?
Brainlet, it's only 24%, but I haven't seen that pop up at all. So what do you like, Bill?
We can look at Brainlet. Well, you know what I like. I like orange for meme. Okay, so this is where we're at, folks. This is what we got going on. The speculative stuff rallies first. Okay,
It's true, and it's a good sign. I mean, it is, because what it says to me is people are putting money in the system, right?
Right.
Even if it's highly speculative, waiting for something to start popping. And if you didn't get into DeFi when we started talking about it, it's been almost a month ago, right?
Yeah, we started on DeFi like 2 months ago when the market was still kind of in the summer abyss.
September.
So yeah, that's Brainlet. So again, doing Banter. I don't know. I mean, you can see that not every meme coin is going in the same direction at the same time.
And we're just looking at today, which really doesn't tell you a lot about,
But like GigaChad, like the last time GigaChad was popular, it was
that's
Harambe.
Yeah. And that was like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean, there was
basically-
another cycle before that, early this year. That's
so
only very first.
There's Blub, Pups, there are a lot of, like,
I don't know this CHEEMS and Sigma. The thing about meme coins, you go to the website, it doesn't really tell you anything, does it? I just like to look at the chart. So look at the 1 month chart on CHEEMS.
all right, so we're looking at the CHEEMS meme coin because, Toby gets a nudge, and when Toby gets a nudge, we should all pay attention. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Let me get this on. Yeah. So the speculative juice firing out there, right? When they find something that they like, they're going for it. Patriot Caveman, please check out X account is starting to rock.
Okay. So what do you think about this? I mean, it was just like so it's new, of course,
Right.
And it just started to come middle of September. It's like,
yeah. So these meme they're all like this. They come out, they die. GigaChad died. I remember GigaChad went down to probably like 20 million.
oh, I
market cap,
know.
and now
Yeah.
it's a $500 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think we looked at GigaChad earlier this year,
Yeah,
and had a big pump,
right. It was,
and then
everything
a
went to
big
sleep.
jump. Yeah.
Right. Let's see. Aiken Joseph is asking about Cave. So
Okay.
we started to.
I don't know. Well, just from looking at you, I would say I don't really want to.
No.
Well, it looks like it's getting ready to up again to me, didn't it?
Well,
to you? I don't know.
I mean,
you got to do your
I
Lux algo.
yeah, I mean, I don't know that you're going to get Lux Algo on CHEEMS.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can look at CHEEMS, and then we got some requests.
Okay. Do you want to cover some base stuff?
Yeah, we can look at base. So, I mean, with CHEEMS and POPCAT and all these memes that have mooned, they've gotten to the Lux Algo premium zone.
Yes.
Obviously, this goes straight up, right?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. A lot of times people are asking, like, when do you sell? I think you sell when these meme coins.
Not financial advice, but if I already bought it, I would be selling right now.
Right.
Because I don't need to wait for. I mean, that just looks like it's getting ready to go way down. So,
all right, I'm trying to find Cave. I can't seem to find it. Maybe there's a typo on there. Aiken is always looking at HOPPY. I think Aiken is looking at HOPPY and Turbo. HOPPY, like the bunny, I think.
Oh, there it is. Ooh.
Okay, so HOPPY's maybe
into the premium zone.
Into the premium zone, right? You know, there's exit signals here. So I don't know.
That's what I would say. It's like almost at its high, which means to me there's probably going to be another dip. But that doesn't mean it won't bounce back up even higher. But they tend to go like that. You know, like to me, I'm looking for wave formations, right? So
right.
if
So
you're
I mean,
if
maybe
you've already
maybe it's like you know, it's got to make a consolidation before it goes. You know, there's all kinds, like some stuff is dumped and not gone up. I mean, I think it is worth noting in coins like this that, you know, this bigger space, the higher in the space phenomenon is everywhere. This just happens to be a coin that's broken out. Now it gets more difficult because, you know, as Toby said, you're going to find the range before the next move.
Yeah. So if I was looking, if I was thinking about buying into this, I'd wait till it gets close to that yellow. Right down there. Somewhere around there. Didn't you call that like a support?
Right. The yellow is the Lux. So
yeah,
this is support.
Because then it'll hit that and then it'll start to bounce back.
Right.
But where it is now, and this is a meme coin, which I don't like to hold, and I'm generally a holder. So I would probably go, wow, we're really close to its
premium zone or previous high.
The premium zone. And so, you know, this is kind of what you have to do. You have to pay attention.
Okay, so here's Turbo. So I know Aiken is super into Turbo.
Oh, look, it bounced off its support there.
Yeah.
Right?
Fancy, right? Okay, so yeah.
It still needs to break that, but it bounced off the support. So that's a sign it could go.
Right, and then Lux Algo, believe it or not, like Lux Algo hasn't even turned bullish yet, which is a lot of coins look like this. In other words, a lot of people got fooled by this geopolitical down trade into, you know, people are much less bullish than they are, or they were.
Yeah.
So
that's great, because what you want to do, I mean, if you never watch another one of our shows or do anything, the best advice that was ever given to me, and it applies to every single market, is whatever everybody else is doing, you don't do that, because most people don't make money. So really, if you don't have to know anything, you just don't do what everybody else is doing, and then you're going to be good. And then the second rule for me is, you know, and it's a variation on what Warren Buffett says, but buy what you love. I think it says buy what you use, but I say buy what you love. and then just hold it.
Right.
Those are my 2 top market rules. And I've used them in real estate, businesses that I've built. Everything I've done are based on those 2 rules. If everybody else says it's scary or it's dangerous, yeah, that's probably what you should do.
Right. So for all the people who don't believe the rally, a lot of people don't believe what's happening here. And guess what, folks? It's happening.
Yeah.
It is so
I can't
happening.
wait till November. I mean, I'm excited to be here right now because I feel like this is the time. If you didn't over the summer, the really slow, long, boring, painful summer,
Right.
if you didn't clean house, you better do it now. Because we only have a couple weeks.
Right. Well, like I said, Toby's telling you.
Are we going to talk about Suey?
Right. Tricia wants to know, is it too late for Suey?
Oof. Trisha, we've been talking about this for a few weeks. Not to scold you, but we have been talking about it.
Tricia, we love you. We love you.
We love you. We love you.
Right.
But we have been talking about it. So hopefully you got some, because we have been talking about this for a while. And, just for fun, I don't know, can you do this? Can you overlay this onto the chart of Solana when we first started talking about it?
Can I put Solana on top of Suey?
Yeah, but the past of Solana on this, or just bring up the past of Solana. So can you zoom out for a minute? It's a challenging question. No, can you zoom out of the chart? Okay. Oh gosh, it popped right up above its last high.
So this has just been, this is the new monster.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to go back to Solana,
and I'm telling most of my friends about it for the past couple of weeks too, because this is the new. I believe this is the new Solana. So where Solana was a year and a half ago when we started talking about it.
So in other words, Tricia, it's not too late. Yes, boss.
No, I don't think like long term. No. But I mean, it would have been nice to get in. Oh gosh, look at that pretty chart. So where was Solana?
So this was Solana.
June 2023.
So June of 2023.
May
May of 2023.
I think May.
Right. So that was the low at $13.
Yeah, it was around. Yes.
So it was the low was at 12, and this is the equivalent to where we are in Suey.
Yeah.
So this was Solana.
It's going up,
this was
and
Solana
it's still went up.
44.
Yeah, so Bill was right. Don't give up.
Right, and then everyone thought it was a pause, like we were right here in Suey. And this candle is probably akin to what we were doing today.
Okay.
Like everybody was like, oh, and then it popped to $2, and then it hung around. Then it popped again, and then it dipped, and then it was gone. Right, so you have to expect some chop. Like once it's like Suey hit my news, Suey hits $2.
Yeah,
that brings in.
What's fun is we've been talking about it for a while,
right?
And then everybody started talking, so that's great.
Right. Well, a lot of people thought it was take profit.
So that looks like what, more than double, right? In those few months.
Right. So Solana went from 44 all the way up here to 125.
Oh, so triple. Okay.
Right. Cool. So, there are a lot of
through November, we can probably see triple. Right?
$6.
I don't know the numbers, but I'm just saying,
right?
If it follows this chart, which we're expecting it to.
Okay. So yeah, 3x upside from here. You're just going to have to navigate the chop, which is one of the reasons why we're just kind of like screaming about what's in the member zone. I know there's a lot of people up to do share.
And
you forgot to share the screen.
Oh,
so now I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do the speed review. My bad. This is what happens when you, you're over the age of 35. So to start over on Solana, you had the range, you had
Well,
the
thank
pop.
God I'm not over the age of
Thank
35.
goodness, right?
I'm still 28.
You are. You have this pop here. That's the equivalent of what happened today in SUI. Then you had this ensuing chop in Solana, like sideways up, all the way back down, flush people out below 2. And then it proceeded to go from 50 to 125. So you can have.
And that seems likely. Does that seem likely to you looking at the chart?
Sure.
It definitely seems likely.
Yeah. I mean, people are after it. And in crypto hedge funds, what happens with large institutions is if they don't own something or they don't own enough of it, they just have to get after it.
Oh, and this one is underperforming.
This is SEI, right?
To me, these are twin brother, twin sister, right? Like Sui is the sister, and she's doing really good. And I feel like he's gonna do better.
Yeah,
I think it's super undervalued because they don't follow each other exactly, but they're tied, right?
They're similar.
Not identical to it.
They're not. They're layer ones. They're low cap. They're on Solana, or they were low cap. They're on. I'm sorry. They're on Coinbase. And these things took turns mooning. SEI was actually the super hot one the first time.
Exactly. SEI went up because we've been looking at these since January, February. So really good.
Right.
So to me, this just looks like super valued. It's easily going to hit its high to me.
Right. So this is at 43 cents.
Yeah. It's right above the resistance, and see how it's popping
that's
off
over.
a bit.
That's over $1. So Cuboid, another one of the crypto ladies in the fan club. Okay.
Good to meet you.
Trisha says she sees Sui going to $10.
Oh, I totally see that. I mean, well, I said from the beginning, and I think you said it too, like Sui is next on. Nobody likes Solana, and I'm like, oh my God, I love these guys.
I remember that.
Because I met him at Consensus, and I'm like, and you were like, what? And I was like, oh no, this is awesome. What they're doing is awesome. We went to the pizza party.
Right.
Remember?
Right. And I told you about the phone.
And I was like, that's so cool.
And then you were like, yeah.
But
I
met them, and they were super cool people. So
I could tell by the look on your face that, yeah, we better get busy on Solana. We better get. Right? And, one thing that I don't know. I mean,
this is super undervalued, though. I mean, I totally see a pop off that because it keeps hitting that yellow, bar, and then it's bounced up once, and it's gone down. It looks like it's getting ready to bounce up again, right?
Yeah, I mean, the whole screen is green, right? I mean, it was up all day. I mean, I don't know. One of the things I think we might be able to help people with is about disbelief. I don't think people believe what's happening here.
Well, not the people who watch us.
Well, no, but
I mean, y'all are special.
We love you guys.
We love you. And well, really, I mean, and this is sometimes how you know you're telling the truth, right? When you're a truth teller, you have very people that listen in the beginning. So we're so happy that everybody's here and listening, and we get a lot of feedback from people who are doing well. And that excites me because there's so much negativity out since, after the crash after March. Everybody was like, and it's just constant negativity.
Right.
Which you listen to, and I don't follow them.
No, you know what?
I follow you. That's it.
Look, I went to Negativity Anonymous. I was like, hi, my name is Bill. I spent too much time on Twitter. And hi, Bill. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I was like, you know what? There's so much stuff out there. We talked about this on multiple streams. It's like, you know, all the guys who are wound up out there, they have followers who are asking them, what can I do to make it better?
They don't have any advice because they're negative.
And then
right?
I realized, because, you know, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on how many YouTube followers you have or who you talk to. But, you know, I'm like, you know what? I have a platform here. It's not some huge platform yet. So we got the magnifier in the house.
But everybody needs to tell all their
friends that, you know, crypto is freedom. Altcoins are speculative. But, I mean, look, folks, you know, heard it from her. I'll tell you. She can tell you. She said, and this is when, like, I went in, I looked at my charts and I was like, okay, we got to start looking for this because it's going to happen. Bitcoin is going to decouple from stocks and bonds.
And all the other altcoins.
Which happened today, right? And then altcoins were going to decouple from Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah. And I've been telling you this for close to 2 years. Yeah.
Right. And then I started to see it on the charts, and I saw it today. Right.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you're finally a believer. I mean, you were.
No, I'm a believer. I have the list. I'm making the list, and I'm checking it twice. I got the list.
Oh, Santa's coming this year.
Decouple from Bitcoin, decouple from legacy. So Uncle Sugar hires a bunch of people. There's a bunch of consternation in the bond market, yet crypto is green.
And I know. And when did I tell you bonds are boring? Ignore them.
Yesterday at the demonstration. 2 days ago.
Way before. No,
right,
this
right.
spring, you were like, can we? You asked me to come on the show before we had these shows, right? And you're like, oh, can you talk about bonds? I'm like, I can. But what did I say about bonds? Bonds are boring. I don't even want to talk about them. And I said it on the last couple of streams. It's like, oh God, I don't even. I mean, in my portfolio, the bonds have done worse.
Right, but there's always hidden meaning for Indiana Bill to read the writing, the hieroglyphics.
I'm so glad you can do that.
Because when you said bonds are boring and all the hedge funds are like, oh, I'm going to make this bet against bonds and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys, you got the wrong bet on. If there's a problem with fiscal or monetary policy, blah, 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 it's crypto. It's called the decoupling. Let me introduce you. Stan Druckenmiller, Paul Tudor Jones. You're out there. Love you guys. I want you. Miss Toby, right? Because we are ahead of you. Actually, she's ahead of you, and I'm just watching the cliff notes. And when the cliff notes show up, I get on the market update, and you know, I got that microphone just like right there. Okay, because like the decoupling is at hand. Yeah, Joseph says it so long ago that we needed to get to the chopper, dude. You're right. That was September of 2023. Well, Joseph, this is the opposite. This is the opposite of get to the chopper.
Yeah.
This is like board the rocket. We got to come up with a different emoji.
Right.
Yeah, get on the Bronco. Toby is informed me that I need to get a calculator.
I have one. I was going to make you wear it because it's less embarrassing than the lace panties. But because I'm going to keep bringing it up because I won that bet.
There was no.
I won that bet.
I declined the bet.
Right.
When
I challenged
when
you.
Obi-Wan was like, you know what? If you're bearish, then I'm bullish. And I'll make such and such a bet.
And then
I ended the conversation. She continued with what she wanted for the bet, and I was like, okay, let me just turn my position around. Oops, I sold the low. You know, the good news is when you sell the low or you can barely you turn yourself around. I've done it before. You just have to get bearishness out of your system. You know, get yourself in normal, clean yourself out, and then full rudder, all the head full, submarine turns.
telling you. So the bad thing is that what was interesting is that you were ready to bet me, and then all of a sudden you thought better of it, and now I'm never going to be able to make a bet with you again.
No, because when you want to make a bet, it's the low or the high. I just have to listen. Like this again. I just listen. I listen. You're like, well,
and translate.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you have high conviction on something, or if you repeat yourself, I have it written down, and when I see it, I mean, this is happening. Like stocks and bonds today, man, Bloomberg News down in the mouth. I got people on both sides of the spectrum giving me a hard time about the event in November.
I don't even believe it. I mean, even traditionally, let's just look at traditional ways of looking at the market, which is historical. After every single presidential election, both the stock market and cryptocurrencies have gone up. They don't care.
Right.
It's the uncertainty that makes markets go wobble, right? Both markets, but especially the stock market, which is why, I mean, my stock portfolio, as I looked at it the other day, it did okay, around 15%, even with the bond performance that I had. I should have known. But you want to trust when experts say, oh, have a bounce. I'm done with that.
Yeah, no,
I'm having an unhinged portfolio now.
We're not
I'm liquidating
we're
and
not-
moving.
We're absolutely not doing
Balanced.
Yeah, we're kind of not. We're like,
I'm not anymore.
We're in crypto, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why.
And altcoins, like I said, no one believes. Like, how high does the market have to go before people start?
And that's the thing, like I said on our show yesterday, I went to lunch on Saturday, and was talking to a lot of my friends there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of having my feet in both locations, because I was taught years and years ago, the market strategy, and I want to believe in it. But gosh, you would just do so much more in a short period of time. It's like, why? For me, I mean, the returns are better, but having your money in a portfolio, I mean, there's some tax advantages, to having an IRA, which you could also do in crypto. But when I look at the returns compared to what you can get on crypto, it's like, why am I doing this again? Remind me. And so that's what I told them. I'm like, yeah, I don't even care about the stock market. I really don't. And not even bonds. I don't even want to talk about bonds because I'm so disappointed. I lost money. I don't even want to talk about it.
Right. I mean, crypto has a funny way of sneaking up on you when you're in an uncertain period. Right? Everyone's like, oh, I'm afraid of 1, 2, 3. I've seen this multiple times. And when you were kind of like, like when I'm reading the Cliff Notes, and I know crypto has this tendency to, when there's uncertainty or an event and everybody freezes or gets flat or says, I'll do it after the event, guess what crypto does? It leaves without you. It's an early departure. Right? You're still, you're in the airport, you're still running for the gate, the plane's leaving.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can look at this price action.
That has happened to me so many times. And I have the nudge, right? But sometimes I doubt myself. And so this year, I just decided to not doubt myself anymore. And props to you for that too, because a lot of my journey over the past year and a half has been around this, embracing the woo kind of thing. because before I never kept track of it, but you do, and you're the one who knows. I mean, in the beginning, we kind of started this as a lark, right? I mean, you were like, "Do you think this will work on crypto?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Right. I took that as a yes. I already knew.
So props to you.
I already knew, and then over the year, right?
It's been been almost 2 years. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Over this period of time, we've developed this where, people listen to me, I listen to you for the clues, and then, literally, I mean, yeah, I would love the Indiana Jones hat, but literally, it's like taking a brush and brushing the sand back off the ancient message. Because when I get the message and I see it, then I just pick up the microphone, and it's just like the conviction increases because I have what they call confluence, right? Some people are like, well, confluence for other people is like all nerdy stuff like Lux Algo. I get multiple signals from multiple places, and that's fine. I just happen to have,
Well, you have that because you have Lux Algo, but you also have this other channel. And all I'm saying is that, I mean, I've done this in other areas of my life, but this is the first really opening myself up in the almost 2 years since we've known each other to using it for this. It's amazing, because you are the translator, right?
Right. And if you watch the market update, the recent translations, the volume has risen. Like this is the Chill Zone podcast, but we got reports. We got reports in this member area, and if you want to do something in the middle, I mean, I know we got a ton of super fans out there right now in the chat, but we got multiple products, to get the joint venture going.
Yeah. So if you're not in our YouTube channel,
right,
where we talk about the portfolio stuff, I think you have to be. I mean, you can choose the buckets that you want.
Yeah.
And just buy the reports. That's the beautiful thing, I think, is that you're offering different ways to get the same information depending on how you want to consume it. That's really good.
Yeah, and you know what? If if you're far away and US dollars are not, it's not your budget, subscribe to the channel.
Well, and here's the other thing, because you haven't mentioned, but we're almost like a week or so away. I have to look at the calendar. From, if you're not yet subscribed to the premium channel, we are that wins a one-on-one consultation.
Right. So one of the YouTube members, the marketing department has just announced.
No, I announced a long time ago. Don't call me the marketing department.
Okay. Well, it's the Oracle has spoken. One of the VIP YouTube members will get just kind of a one-on-one Zoom call with us. So you can,
I'm so looking forward to that.
If you, if you need whatever it is that you need, please, you can tell us about it in the one-on-one call. We'll be picking a winner.
I'm so excited because I never get to talk to them like live. I mean, we get text. Does anybody else have points that we can get?
So Trisha's digging the 2 channels, right? Trisha, thank you. Jessica is thanking us for the knowledge. Right.
I'm so happy ladies are here supporting me.
Right, we appreciate that.
Oh, I really appreciate it. It's hard to be a girl in this space,
Right. And you guys are going to be the people who were there when it was like, microphone had to lean into instead of like the fancy podcast microphones on the stands, so you can like sit back. Yeah, one day we're gonna have all of that.
I like this microphone.
I do too, but I want fancy stuff.
I know, you're so Oh,
Yeah, I mean, when you're on YouTube, you get, you see what other
It's like-
you see what other dudes have. And you're like, oh,
okay,
man.
so it's like penis envy, but it's perfect.
Right, yeah. The algorithm loves that.
I really don't have that. Does anybody? Do we want to do coin
Showdown.
Yeah. So, Bill, you can pick what you like because you're. And
Okay.
Are there any memes that you like?
Well, I've always been partial to pups, right?
It's down 20% today, which is good.
Right. And you know the one that I like.
The orange guy one.
Yeah. That
You're so attached to that. So what is it today?
7.
It's been down so much. Oh, it's up 36%.
No, that's a different one.
Oh, okay.
That's no, yeah, it's the same theme.
Mhm. So which one is yours? Because then there's Tramp over there. And
Right. There's a couple different ones.
and there it is. Oh, it's up 23. That's not bad.
Right there it is down there at the bottom. So yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in pups.
Do you have 3?
And
baked one. That was up.
I know you were into Wolf at one point. Of course, there's Billy the dog.
So which?
Okay, so
down
orange,
to 2 or 3.
orange, Billy, and pups.
Okay.
Oh, Big Rich is okay. We'll do Big Rich's Showdown.
Well, yeah, we'll do it next. Okay. Orange Billy Chops. No. Oh God, that one's gonna. Oh, also good. You know what? They're all good. We hit coins with every single one.
Can't remember.
But the first one is the best. Second.
Right. So
We're
I
in
don't
meme coin
I
season.
don't get into trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people were into we call them celebrity coins. Right. I remember when you said I almost fell out of the chair because that's when it was like mother and daddy and all this stuff that was crazy was going on. It was pumping and dumping. And you looked at me and you said, the celebrity coins are going to come back. And I was,
Oh, it's a big trend for the future. Like I'm even talking years ago. Because I think it, and I've said I feel like I'm repeating myself, but in
please
case
feel free.
and you haven't heard it before. But I really feel like meme coins and NFTs are going to kind of join together as community builders, and they'll be around ideas, political candidates, and celebrities. Sports. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if what's your favorite sports? University of Texas.
Yeah, Texas is my favorite sports team. It's
so they'll probably have
Yankees and the Rangers, all the New York teams.
Yeah, so there'll be meme coins around those. Right. I'm surprised they have. I mean, sports is such a big thing. I'm surprised that there's none. I mean, that's kind of weird.
Sports NFTs were very big last cycle at the beginning.
But I'm talking about meme coins.
Right. Yeah. I'm saying the meme. You told me, and I've been flat out. I said today. They're going to have meme coins and NFTs together.
There's going to be a confluence of them. I feel like and NFTs have been used in, I would say, an unproductive way as art pieces. And I have a bit of prejudice here, which I can't completely wipe out being an artist, right? Allergies still. But I think that meme coins and NFTs are something that is going to evolve into something else. And we just quite don't know what that's going to look like. But I do think that they're going to be around supporting ideas. And I think that's what they're best for, you know? So NFTs were hugely popular. And one of the problems is that the point on them started to go to this ridiculous extreme where you couldn't participate anymore, the average Joe, right? And that's why meme coins popped up. That's why NFTs are down, because you were buying a a community. You were buying into a community, which is unusual. That's not art. They were calling it art. And so it was all weird. It was like a big jumble of like, here's a bunch of stuff you can do with crypto that is beyond mainstream, and we don't know what to do. So we'll all dump it in there. And what I think is going to happen is all of that is going to pull itself out. But NFTs are amazing for community. I mean, I think that's one of the things they do a lot of things really well. But I do think that's one of the things that they do really, really well, right? And nobody's even touched that aspect of it, right? But where we're seeing it now is in meme coins. So I think that those are in a hybrid in some sort of a way. The future projections are super hard and super.
Well, that's why I'm looking at pups, right? It started out, as Bitcoin based NFTs. Then it went to a meme coin. So I'm super interested in that. Naturally, if you're listening to us for the first time, you want to check out the YouTube memberships or the Patreon, because these themes, they're going to manifest. I'm going to see them, and we're just going to sit down and make videos. And it's going to be,
die,
it's going to, yeah, I mean, no, we're going to print
so
off this because
exciting.
people just don't, like you keep saying, it's exciting. And then everyone else is like, man.
Oh, so they're looking through a different lens than me. That's why. The fear comes because you're looking through a completely different lens, For me, this is the future, so there's going to be bumps in the road, which is why the only thing I can think about, I heard somebody else talking about back in the early days of the internet when you bought like internet stocks,
right?
Which now we call technology or anything, and people were like freaked out and like they treated it like they treat crypto now. Oh, I don't know. It was a weird thing, right? I mean, I was an infant, but I still remember.
Right.
So, but this reminds me a lot. The stuff with NFT and memes reminds me of. I remember. I was a baby, so the memories are fuzzy. But those early days remember when people used to buy domain names, and now that's such a ridiculous thing. But at the time, people saw it as an investment, and some people were making huge amounts of money, and then all of a sudden it didn't matter anymore. It morphs into something else. And we don't know what that future is, but here's what we know. Don't get too attached to the thing that it is, because it's going to change so rapidly. Yeah, so like everybody's really proud of their NFTs, and I think that's great. If you were lucky enough to get in on, Bored Apes or anything else early, that's great. You have a piece of history that nobody else can take from you. But that's not going to last forever. The NFTs, as we know it, they're super useful. As an artist, I have to tell you, it's super useful because there is a problem in the art world with verifying
Ownership.
Yeah, that it's real, because there's so many fakes going on out there. So that's really useful, but that's like owning a domain name, because that's not even the biggest thing that it can do. It's so much bigger than that. We have no idea. So keep doing it. I mean, if it was me, I really, and I made NFTs, but I really wouldn't invest in them because there's so much more excitement going on over here that's easier to play with.
Right. I mean, they'll do meme coins and airdrop NFTs or vice versa.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, and that's fine. Yeah,
and when they start doing that, like, you know, in other words, this is like, you know, you keep saying early days. This is really, really early days, and
oh,
people
super.
and people are waiting for it to go down,
And that's so
and
silly.
they're gonna, yeah, it's silly, and they're gonna wait a while. They're gonna wait a while.
I mean, it's not that it'll never go down. If someone just said to me, and I actually had someone say or ask me this question a couple weeks ago, well, do you think crypto's going to go down? And I'm like, yes. And then it'll go back up. I mean,
right.
it's not disappearing. It's not. That was my concern in the early days, you know, when I was looking at mining way. I mean, I was, you know, ahead of my time.
Right.
So
You got that mining rig for Christmas. Joseph is saying AI and NFTs are going to be huge. Basically, the only way to verify certain AI created art, particularly gaming assets.
ding, ding, ding.
Right.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about. So
there are projects. I was looking at a project.
Oh, I'm not
Virtual
saying
was the name.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying that the way we've been seeing NFTs is the beginning of it. But I totally agree. Once that, and that's why I keep looking at gaming and waiting. And I think it's a next year thing. It's just going to keep growing and growing. But absolutely, NFTs are critical for, you know, owning objects in the web, not just gaming, Web3.
Right.
Absolutely. And it'll totally transform from what it is now. It's exciting. I wouldn't buy Bored Ape right now, though. It's just
Yeah,
it's too evolutionary.
There's a lot of cringe there. Well, I mean, for me, there is.
Is that like dating ick?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. You know, it was like major celebrities paid like $600,000 for those things at the top. You know, just not a fan. Not a fan. But there's going to be something that comes back.
Well, yeah, it's this. Yeah, it's going to come back in a way, and that's why I agree with what he said. It's like
Nicholas is be on the lookout for Activision. It's a big gaming company, like legacy gaming.
Do you want to bring it up?
Well, Activision is like a company that makes games. I think Microsoft tried to buy them. So there's no, in other words, what he's saying is watch out for what happens when big, like video game console companies. Consoles, consoles get involved in crypto gaming. I mean, it's going to be kind of enormous.
Absolutely.
Nicholas says gaming token makers of Call of Duty. Joseph said it got crazy last time around.
We haven't even seen the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw a surge, and then it kind of died off. And
but
that's why I'm saying look for next year. And you know, if you joined our premium channel yesterday, we did the 2025.
Right, we did that.
And there's more coming with that.
We did
but there are some big trends.
We did the roadmap has been leaked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yesterday on that channel, and you know, if you can imagine this show with altcoins, live TA, sector picks, the roadmap, the whole 9 yards, you know, that's what we're offering, frankly, at a price that, you know, I mean, it's, you know, some guys are charging,
and next week,
and then you have a shot at winning
a free consult,
a free consult with both of us.
That's exciting,
right? So, I mean, sharing the screen on the way out, just so you all know. I know that we got a lot of love in here, but just in case the YouTube gods decide to throw this out everywhere, this is what YouTube member looks like. Okay, membership videos right here. Okay,
There it is, the 2025 crypto
there's your
roadmap.
2025 roadmap.
And that's just the beginning.
Privacy,
we have so much.
Right. I mean, we've already done all this, right, and gotten people printing.
And the 5 meme coins.
Right, the 5 meme coins, like back here, memes, and like I tell you right now, that was POPCAT. That was like the #1 thing that came out of that. Base alts from 13 days ago. Just go back 13 days and check on Coinbase alts, and I know our people on here know this. But if you're new and you're seeing this and you're to the end of the show, first of all, thank you.
Yay.
Right, we appreciate that. All right, I think wrap it up here. I just, I wanted to thank everyone who's here, and I wanted to thank you for your insights because, the market update is so much better with you. All right. It really is. Like everything that I'm doing.
Thanks for your translation and your belief in me.
Oh.
Because this is really a confluence of events and energies that it couldn't. I mean, if this show was just me, here's what it would be. Well, I like that. Why? Well, I don't know. Looks good. I love that you explain, what I'm seeing,
Right.
It would be a very boring show without you.
It's fun. It's fun to find and see the things that you see. It really is like being Indiana Jones, right? You believe the legend.
Am I the stone that rolls over you? Remember, that's the only scene I remember.
No, that's the market. I think this is akin to just going to see the medicine woman or the oracle and saying, "Hey, what do you think?" And you're like, "Yeah, I think we're going to do this." And I'm like, "Well, now, okay." It's always shocking. Right?
I went on that ride.
You did.
I did. It was an awesome ride.
I know you told me you're a big fan of roller coasters. So I'm a ground pounder, no flying for me.
Really?
Yeah, I do enough crypto.
I want to do one. Well, see, I think that's why I have no fear. Well, first of all, my spiritual perspective, this is all a game. And if you don't realize that, you're just not going to have fun.
Right. That's part of the whole red pill thing that we got going on here at Unhinged Crypto.
I'm definitely a red pill person.
Right. Yeah. No. You get with us. You get with Toby. You definitely get red pilled on how the world's going to work.
I have seen Outside the Matrix. I actually have seen Outside the Matrix.
Yeah, people. So listen, we definitely appreciate everybody being here.
Yes, thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. We do a premium show in the YouTube membership. Please check that out. That's over on my channel. The descriptions are down below. The QR code's all over the show. Right. So members, we will see you next time. Everybody else, subscribe and like the stream on the way out. We'll see you next time.